Welcome back to Grizz Vision here on Grizz TV. My name is Neal Ruhl, here with Coach Kampe and Coach Horizon League Tournament. This is March Madness. You know the opponent now, the Wright State Raiders, NU tomorrow at 9:30.
Yeah, you know, Neal, we're standing on the floor of Joe Louis Arena. It's really weird because when I was on the Zamboni, it's completely different feel standing here on the floor. Maybe because the ice is in here and the white of the ice or whatever. This seems so much smaller than I did when I was on the Zamboni. Maybe I was fearful for my life I was going to fall off, but I just thought it was really expansive. Now standing on the floor, it's like any other arena. So, what are we here for?
Wright State tomorrow, 9:30.
Oh, yeah. Conference tournament, right?
Semifinals.
Winner gets to go to the NCAA tournament for the right.
Yeah.
I guess it's important that we try and find a way to win tomorrow night. It's going to be difficult. Wright State's playing with a chip on their shoulder. They've got 2 big wins already. They've had a practice and 2 games, and we've been sitting doing nothing for 10 days, and now we come out tomorrow and we'll see. I liked our practice, very spirited. We made shots in practice. We got to have that type of energy tomorrow. We got to play with great enthusiasm tomorrow, and we're going to be in for a real battle.
Coach, isn't it funny? It seems funny to me that by the time you guys take the floor, when you jump the ball up in the air, there'll only be one other team left in the tournament before you guys even start playing.
Yeah, that's right. We're the second game, so unfortunately, as you can't think about that, we've got to worry about those 40 minutes. And at the end of those 40 minutes, if we're at least 1 point ahead, then we'll go in that locker room, we'll hug each other, and then we'll start talking about who whatever it is we played Tuesday night. That's just the way this thing goes. You know, you survive in advance is what they say, and that's all you got to think about.
As coaches, you look around the country and all the other conference tournaments that are going on, 1, 2, 3 seeds getting knocked off left and right. Why is that? As you've looked around, why is that?
College basketball, man, they're 18 to 22 years old. The parity today is just unbelievable. You know, Wright State's mad. They feel they tied for second. They're going to have to win 4 games in 4 days, so they've got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody believes on, well, given night you can beat anybody, and it's really showing that way. I mean, you know, we had a chance to beat Michigan State, the number 1 team in the country, on a given night. We've won other games. So, you know, you've got to come to play every day, and when you don't, bad things happen. And now it's at the time where if something bad happens, you're going home. So if we don't have great enthusiasm and great emotion tomorrow night, we'll be going home. We've got to have that, and then we got to guard Wright State. I mean, I think that we can score against them, even as good a defensive team as they are. In the 2 games we played them, we've been able to score at the rim on them. So you know they're going to have something new that we haven't seen, and we've got to be prepared for it. They only had 1 day to prep it, but I guarantee you they've been probably working in the back of their minds on something. Billy's a really good coach, and so we're going to see something different, and how we handle that. And early in the game, we got to go.
Coach, you brought up emotion, and certainly there'll be a lot of emotion around this basketball team. The passing of Chip Hooper, Max Hooper's father. Kind of give everybody an update on what Max's situation will be for the game.
Well, you know, anybody that was in the arena the other night, you know, for senior night knows the story. And we were just really hoping that, you know, that you're always hoping for a miracle and that he's going to get up and everything's going to be okay. But I really, truly hope that, you know, I think we all wanted him to be able to watch this on ESPN and see this tournament and get through this Max's last season. So I got a text about 11 o'clock last night, and when the news hit it, I can't tell you, Neal, I just can't tell you what my stomach felt like, what my heart felt like, you know. And Max was really, really, really emotionally moved. And so what we did is, you know, his mom was here for the game, so they got on a plane, they flew to California. He's going to be able to view his father. The family's going to get together, and they've made arrangements for Max to be on a plane tomorrow morning. We'll get back here around 3 o'clock tomorrow. I've told him, you know, my opinion of it is we all grieve differently. You know, who knows how we would, you know, I lost my father, so I know that feeling. But who knows how you grieve. And so I know that Chip and Max were joined at the hip, and basketball was so important to him. And I know Max and the family believes that he needs to play because that's what Chip would have wanted. But how do you judge that? I mean, so basically what I'm saying is I told Max, you get there first and you go through your grieving stage. And if you come back, I'll play you. And if you don't come back, we'll do everything we can to win Monday so that you can get back Tuesday. And I think it should be a decision that he and he alone makes once he's gotten now he's there now, and I'm not going to talk to him until he calls me now. But that's his decision, man. You go through with your family and do what you got to do. You know, being that he's a senior and it's the end of his career, that makes it even tougher for him. And he knows that Chip's up there on his shoulder saying, "You play, Max, you play." So we'll see what happens, but the team has really came around him, and you know, it's an unbelievable story that has a tragic ending. So we'll see what happens.
And game time tomorrow, Coach, 9:30 on ESPNU, and on the radio side, WDFN AM 1130. It's March Madness, Coach. Let's go.
Yeah, you know, we played a 9 o'clock game a week ago against Detroit. Things went pretty good, so maybe we like those late night starts.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time.
Yep.